I can't imagine what could make you assume that we're lost, other than the fact that we've seen the same bloody set of trees 4 times! If you didn't want me to be annoyed, then perhaps be a better navigator. Oh, you think you're better than I am with the map, huh? And perhaps that's why your old party disbanded. They all decided to fend for themselves rather than get trapped in the same damn acre of forest for a lifetime! Oh. No, 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 no. Not an option, my dear. No. I've seen what happens when bickering travelers approach bodies of water. I am not about to be pushed in just because you have no sense of direction. You're only seeing something new because I tugged you in the direction I originally intended for us to go, not because of your futile attempts. And besides, we can't even go in that direction. I'm adverse to water, especially in that magnitude. Unless you want to see me boil like a crab in a pot, I suggest you don't place me anywhere near that riverbed. And of course you'd knock down an entire tree rather than find another way around. Fine! Across the stretched out, continuously roaring death puddle we go then. These damn boots better dry off quickly. Oh, well, unless you intend to get on your knees and dry them yourself, I'll have to wait for nature's damnable light to dry them. An attitude and the balance to walk across this trunk completely unscathed. Are you sure you aren't a feline? Ha! Oh, that is not at all funny, you fiend of a human! Oh, yes! Ah ha 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 ha! Push the bloody vampire spawn into the water! Oh, I ought to drink you. But I'm sure that you'd just give me indigestion. We best find a bard, so they may educate you on how to tell a proper joke. Oh, don't you even think for a moment that Mother Nature is on your side in this argument. I see that look in your eyes, and I won't stand for it. No, don't you say it. Girl, you're an actual child trapped in an adult's body. No, I don't want to hear it. What? Why in the world would I be screaming? You think... You think that rainwater, sprinkling barely there at all, is supposed to affect me the same as being submerged in a raging river? What's the bloody difference? Do you know pesky rain and the full force of a river are two different things? Just like this bloody rain is annoying to you, that's the only effect it's having on me. I am perfectly fine so long as we don't suddenly find ourselves walking in a bloody hurricane! Did you just call that puddle a tiny river? Oh, really? And what would you call that one there? A tiny lake? Oh, you're sure of that? Oh, you're absolutely certain? Here, have a cloak. Walking cloaks don't talk. And there you go again, trying to talk. Did a wizard enchant you while I wasn't looking? You aren't supposed to be able to talk, cloak. That general flitting about in the rain sounds an awful lot like a person grumbling and muttering. Cloak. And the cloak finally listens to reason. Happy to see I was able to free you from that rubbish speaking curse, you wonderful piece of fabric. Oh? Oh, you didn't find that bit funny? I thought it rather hilarious. And you actually managed to not be a complete menace for even just a couple of minutes. In this bleak weather, I'd rather not pretend we're enjoying it, and instead keep moving forward towards the next town. At least, now that we aren't dreadfully lost, we should be able to manage a bit better in getting to our next destination. Oh, don't you even think of starting with that kind of talk. You're absolutely fine company. When I'm in the proper mood, darling. Today's just, as you can see, been a difficult one. No! As I said, I'm not in any bloody pain. I'm just irritable. Well, our recently completed side quest of sorts has left much to be desired between us, don't you think? Well, it certainly did with me. And now we're following this hollow-looking map for guidance towards some other supposedly grand adventure, while I didn't even trust that charlatan during the first one. But of course I think that barkeeper's a charlatan. Did you see the look on his face when he finally managed to find something vaguely close to what he was supposedly searching for? He looked as if he'd seen an apparition. No doubt this is going to yield even less of a result. Oh, yes. I know it was fun. And yes, I know you felt accomplished. But my dear, a quest should actually do something. Whether it's for you or someone else, a quest should only be called one if it leads to something actually happening. This busy work should not be something you consider worth your time. I suggest finding an actually trustworthy source in the next town and taking time to plan out a legitimate journey. One that won't waste our time. Wild goose chases can be saved for children and overzealous fools. And you, my dear, are no fool. And I detest you letting yourself be seen as one. Oh dear. It seems I've inspired something in you. Well, isn't that just wonderful? You're more determined than ever to find some grand and perilous quest to set our merry band out on, then? Oh, sometimes I wonder if I'm speaking to a person or a puppy when I look at those bright eyes of yours. Very well, then. Onward we go. Oh, I wholeheartedly believe we are positively done for now. Once you've set your mind, it's a waste to try and change it. But I suppose that same determination is what attracted me to you in the first place. So, carry on then. Thank you for listening to Midnight's Melodies. Do you suppose your next journey will grant Astarion a new fortune? Let me know in the comments. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so you don't miss out on your first proper date with Astarion in Chapter 3. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider becoming a member, or head over to my Patreon at patreon.com/midnightmelodies. And if you're interested in a private commission, please head to the link on the screen. And remember, my library is always open.